In the news this week, audiences are terrified by The Monkey, a horror movie about a cursed wind-up toy. Teen breaks it to dad that he probably hasn't been texting with the real Margot Robbie.
They got your data, dumbass.
MTV finds exhibits replacement for the reboot of Pimp My Ride. On Amber's team tonight, she's a comedian who's open for Hassan Minhaj, Maria Bamford, and Dave Chappelle. So we all gonna be chain smoking by the end of this show. It's Joyelle Nicole Johnson. And joining Michael, he's the Republican representative for New York's 17th Congressional District and is currently locked in a tight race for whitest Michael on that side of the desk. It's Mike Lawler. Right. Got it together. White men versus black women. This is gonna be good. Let's do it. That's right. It's kind of what the last election was. White men versus black women and a black man in the middle to decide who wins. Amber and Joyelle, I'm gonna show you all a clip package referencing some news stories from last week. You watch the clips and you tell me what's the story. Take a look.
Oh,
Donald Trump.
I don't like him.
Oh, Black Power. It was a Donald Trump book signing.
Oh, Russia, Ukraine.
Oh, gosh.
Saudi Arabia?
Donald Trump is embarrassing us all around the world.
Yes.
Yes. And that has been the story since Trump was born.
The story is President Trump schooling the world on the art of the deal, or as he so eloquently puts it,
you have to get people in, grab them, hug them, kiss them, and get the deal done.
Kiss them.
Yes. The non-consensual groping, that's what makes the deal art. President Trump's first order of business was ending the Russia-Ukraine war. Before peace talks officially began, what did our deal maker in chief demand from Ukraine?
Half of all of their natural resources, right?
In exchange for American support, Trump demanded a 50% share of Ukraine's revenue from critical minerals, oils, gas, their ports, and infrastructure. Peace talks kicked off in the Middle East and Saudi Arabia, AKA the Switzerland of the Middle East. Who was invited to the table?
Russia.
And more importantly, who was not invited?
Not Ukraine.
This is like, say it's your birthday.
Yeah.
We want to surprise you.
Yes.
We all get together at your apartment. We do not invite you.
And then on top of it, surprise, we took half your shit.
Donald Trump lives by one song. It was a Beach Boys hit back in the day. Aruba, Jamaica, Panama, I'm gonna take ya. Bermuda, Bahama, Greenland, come home to your mama. Key Largo, Toronto, Trudeau, why don't we go? Off the Mediterranean Sea, there's a place called Gaza Lago. That's where we've gotta go to get some USAID.
Did you write that?
I did.
You did.
I'm supposed to prepare a song because, honey.
We can freestyle a song right here.
You've been a big supporter of Ukraine.
I have.
So when Trump blamed Russia for attacking Ukraine, surely you spoke out on the floor of Congress.
I actually did speak out in support of Ukraine. Look, this conflict needs to come to an end. I think we can all agree on that. And Ukraine should have been at the negotiating table and should be as we move forward. But that ultimately, there's going to have to be a negotiated settlement.
To be fair, let's check in with the Russian media to see what they're saying about Trump and Putin.
Это хороший день для нашей политики, для нашего руководства, для нашей дипломатии и для нашей страны, да.
Russian deal or no deal is some crazy shit. It looked like you die if you guess the wrong money case. Goodness gracious. Trump has fudged many details about the war in Ukraine, but his biggest whopper might have been the false claim that Ukraine started the war with Russia. Of course, the Republicans, they are the party of Reagan, and they've been famously anti-Russia for decades and decades. So selling out the West to Putin must have bothered some Republicans. Mike, you're an elected Republican. Do you have any thoughts?
As far as I'm concerned, Vladimir Putin needs to be beat back in and out of Ukraine. There has to be a negotiated settlement here, which is why it's so critical to get Zelensky to the table with Putin.
Okay, so we know how Mike feels as a Republican on this matter. Let's see how some of his colleagues feel.
He makes Jeffrey Dahmer look like Mother Teresa.
That's too much of a spread. You gotta have somebody in the middle. You can't go to Dahmer to Mother Teresa. You can say make O.J. Simpson look like Mother Teresa. Like there's other analogies to do. Why Mother Teresa catching strays? So now we know what they're saying, but what are they gonna do about it, Mike Lawler?
This conflict occurred under Joe Biden.
Oh, so it's Biden's fault.
It is.
Oh,
If you-
okay. Oh, snap.
It is.
Oh, snap. That's right.
Is your position now that we should give Ukraine all the weapons and they should be used as far into Russia as possible?
My position early on was that.
But no, I'm saying now, though.
My position early on was
I know, but
that
now, do you
they
think we
have
should?
been
I know,
able-
but now, do you feel like we should give them all the weapons and let them just strike as far into Russia as they want? Because it seems to be what you're advocating that Biden should have done.
No, they should have been.
Right, but now.
Earlier on, they should have been allowed.
Yeah, but now, what should they do?
No, in the current environment, they're in a very weakened position.
Are they on the same team?
Apparently not.
Why is Europe so concerned?
Trump and his administration are giving every indication that they're going to abandon Europe and abandon our commitments to NATO. How do you feel about that?
No, I don't think they're abandoning our commitment to NATO.
They've said they're going to.
I think the objective, respectfully, the objective is obviously to have NATO allies pick up more of the slack.
Oh, they got to kick in. Okay.
The art of the deal.
We just call it, kick in.
You got to put 5 on it.
You could have just said kick in. I'm teaching you how to talk shorter, like a comic. Next time somebody asks you this question on the Hill, you just go to them motherfuckers and kick in.
They gotta kick in. I got it.
I'm not saying I agree with you. I'm just giving you the short way to, get to the shit.
Got it. Kick in.
We'll work on pronunciation later. But that was good. That was good. Europe is on edge because sources close to the Kremlin reported that Trump has given Putin carte blanche to attack London, Paris, or Brussels. But don't panic. It's not like they literally said that.
Мы действительно можем вмочить и по Брюсселю, и по Лондону.
Мне нравится ход
и по
ваших.
Парижу.
Emily, girl, you need to leave Paris right now. Get your bucket hat and get the hell out of there. Team White, assuming you're still a team.
We are. We're still a team.
Watch the clips and tell me what's the story.
That's a flag. I don't know of what. Taking a sledgehammer or some shit. Oh, somebody got fired. Oh, bird flu and a nuclear bomb. Yeah. And we're erasing people. And then this guy's got rehired.
Yeah.
So this is obviously all the federal workers that have been cut, by Elon Musk and his team of incels. And
amid massive cuts across a wide range of agencies last week, Elon fired 350 employees from the NNSA. Do we know what the NNSA stands for?
Not now, stupid ass.
The NNSA is the National Nuclear Security Administration, an organization in charge of safeguarding our nuclear stockpile. So, the administration made major sudden cuts to the nuclear weapons infrastructure. Question to you all, how did it go?
Not well.
NBC News has obtained an email sent to employees of the National Nuclear Security Administration. It says in part the termination letters for some NNSA probationary employees are being rescinded, adding that officials do not have a good way to get in touch with those personnel.
Thankfully, we have people in charge. They've given a perfectly reasonable explanation for this. Here's Stephen Miller with the answer.
Why are you not celebrating the cuts, the reforms that are being instituted? Every day that no action is taken, the entire salaries of American workers that are taxed disappear forever.
Stephen, let's calm down. We're not having a debate.
There's no reason
about whether there are places.
You are clearly trying to debate me, and I will be as excited as I want to be about the fact that we are saving Americans billions of dollars.
Now, Mike, that's your boy. Are they making the cuts before they check the cuts? Is that how you make the cuts? You just cut and then you double. Oh, I cut too much.
When you're making an omelet, you crack a few eggs.
For real, just on the real.
Turn the cameras off. Everybody turn the cameras off. This is on the real.
Mike Lawler, on the group chat, do y'all just be like, motherfucker, are y'all crazy?
We just dealt with the White House on some of the CDC cuts because it impacted the World Trade Center Health Fund, and we were able to get those reversed immediately because obviously we want to make sure that our 9/11 first responders are protected and they get the services that they need.
I just want to say, I think you're the first guest who's ever been heckled.
I love it. This audience is lit.
Really? I'm a Republican. I'm used to it.
Now, these sweeping and discriminatory cuts are also having an effect on America's leisure time. Question, does anyone know which uniquely qualified staffer Elon and the DOGE boys fired from Yosemite National Park?
I think it was the locksmith who is the only guy who knows how to unlock the restrooms at Yosemite.
Points.
No.
Under major DOGE cuts to the national parks, Yosemite fired the only locksmith on staff, apparently the sole employee with keys and the institutional knowledge needed to rescue visitors from locked restrooms.
I don't want to die on a toilet in Yellowstone Park.
What other inefficiencies has DOGE gotten rid of?
Well, I know they cut cancer research, which was,
we would have also accepted Alzheimer's research, the Veterans Crisis Line, cancer researchers, special education, FEMA employees, money for 9/11 survivors, and a little niche organization called the FAA. I ain't never heard of FAA. Are they in charge of anything important? Even though Trump said that Medicare and Medicaid were safe, he's on Truth Social encouraging Congress to pass his tax cuts in, quote, one big beautiful bill. But Mike Johnson's new House budget, which will make that possible, calls for around $880 billion in cuts to Medicaid. So, Mike, we got you here. Which is it? Is Medicaid safe or is Medicaid going down? Trump or Johnson? Who's your daddy?
The budget resolution is what is being discussed, has to pass in order to get to reconciliation. The final bill, the reconciliation bill, will be what is negotiated. And there are many of us, myself included, who will not cut Medicaid benefits to our constituents, period.
So when that bill comes to the floor and there's even $1 in Medicaid cuts, you vote?
Well, we're not cutting Medicaid.
Right, but I'm saying, but when that bill comes to the floor...
It has Medicaid cuts now.
Right. If there are even $1 Medicaid cuts, you're a no.
On benefits. If you are eliminating any type of fraud or waste or abuse, that's fine. But benefits to beneficiaries, no.
You understand that Elon and Trump are claiming waste, fraud, and abuse where there is none. So when the bill comes and there's $1 to cuts in Medicaid, you're a no.
I will not cut Medicaid benefits, no.
Right, so you're a no if there's even $1 in cuts to Medicaid. Very good.
Damn it, he was doing so good.
Well, because you're giving me politician doublespeak, and it's
I'm not giving you doublespeak.
You are, it's bullshit. You're just saying...
way more complicated than you want to make it.
It's not complicated.
Turns out Trump and Elon aren't just cutting costs by slashing programs. They also want to make sure the money we do have is safe. What government building does Trump have his sights set on next?
He said he wants to figure out how much gold is in Fort Knox. Is that true?
Yep.
He's crazy, man. I see why you like him, but he's a fun guy. It's fun.
We're going to go into Fort Knox. Do you know about that?
Well, hopefully they didn't fire the one locksmith that knows how to get in.
See, that was a good joke, but they hating on you because of the other shit.
I know.
And in comedy, that's called a joke deficit. You need like 3 good jokes to get back to 0, and then they'll reward you. So 2 more, and then you'll be back. We'll be right back.